kids are downstairs and I feel silly talking to my phone. When I think the train sounds like a boat. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm embarrassed. I'm debating on telling them, so it's not weird. Birds are chatty. It's gonna get pretty warm today, and I think that's why. Like warmest it's been yet this spring. you were told and not asked. Fishing is fun. Outings are fun. Friends are fun. Entertaining is still entertaining, and I don't know, it's funny, the older I get, the more grateful I am for my friends, especially knowing that like these younger generations, and especially anyone that's neurodivergent, is so lonely. So I'm glad you've got friends to do that with. Still nothing telepathic with the dog. Yeah, nothing yet. I promise. I will come running to the internet the second something happens. Loud over here. I did start the Matthew Brown, Jeremy Corbell interviews that Andy mentioned yesterday. I started those yesterday. I got through 2 of 3. weird this morning. We had a black gate lock. God, try to talk. It broke. So we had to spend this morning prying that off and replacing it. Which is why I went a little later than I expected. Because I've been up, but it's early here. It's not even 8 a.m. So early day. But I've got so much stuff I want to do. How about you, Carmine? I know it's late. How was your day? Oh, you're in university. What are you studying? Can I ask? Journalism. That's amazing. I almost studied journalism and then I didn't. But it's such a, I love that. I really did. It was like it was my second choice before I shifted, which I'm not sure that, I don't even know I don't know what to say about that. What I'm trying to say is that the degree I went with has served me, but I don't care about it anymore. I don't like the work. It's production, essentially. But I don't know that journalism would have either, because I think that my path has always been to do all sorts of shit until the age that I am now, so that I can get all this experience and now focus it into this. And yeah, all writers. And with journalism, that's what you're focusing on, huh? Do you have something specific you want to work in journalism in time? Like a particular topic or anything? So you're in finals. What year are you? Do you have many years left for school? Very cool. That's awesome. That's very awesome. I love that. Congratulations. I loved university. I hope that you are able to enjoy it, even if you're not crazy about some of the stuff you have to write about right now. I really, really loved my college experience, and I am so grateful for it. But I know everyone has completely different ones, so. Yeah, you did say that that you're much more introverted, so college may not be, well, and obviously I am too, but in a different way. Like I said, mine's just about like balance. I can be extroverted, but only for certain spurts, and then I have to recover. But if that is not your experience of introversion, like many people, I can see why it wouldn't be quite as fun, yeah. And HB, I went to Indiana University. I studied ethnomusicology and event production and tourism management, which I've used all of, but now I'm over it. HB, I finished the last book that I was reading, and I picked up yours again last night, just so you know. It's still not very far, but I hadn't read it in a minute because I was trying to finish this other book. I'm very excited. I just wanted you to know. Girl, Carmine. I'm not sure if it's Carmen or Carmine, but babe, do what's good for you. Not everybody. It's not always possible, right? Like, obviously, if your schedule demands you to be a morning person, then you do have to adjust. But if it doesn't, then it's okay to, like, follow your rhythm. If you're not a morning person, that's okay. I'm not a night owl, which is so ironic, considering my name is Sundown. But I'm very much a morning person. And it's awesome. But it's also like not when it's 10 o'clock and my friends will stay out and I'm turning into a puddle. And so I think it's okay to be the opposite too. You find your flow. Yeah, girl. I can't drink coffee after 11 a.m. or I'll be up all night. I'm such a child. Also, sitting here writing and just listening to the sounds and the traffic, because it is like really loud. When I'm not paying attention to where I'm at and I'm really just focused on this, but I'm listening, it sounds like a movie. It sounds like a soundtrack to me. It doesn't even sound real because I think it sounds so beautiful out here. And I know everybody's got their own thing. Like some people hate the city, which is by all means their live streams that have, you know, crickets and beautiful nature sounds in them. But I just love this so much. I was just thinking about it as I had my head down, just how dreamlike it sounds. Now I'm talking over it so you can't hear it. Thanks, HB. No questions yet, but good to know. Oh yeah, HB. Please enlighten Carmine about yourself and your book. The book's not out yet, Carmine, just to be clear. I've been lucky to be sent the unedited version to take a look at, but I'll let him, I mean, he probably wants me to answer a little bit just because I'm typing, but I can't really answer it for you because I haven't gotten that far along, so let HB. I thought you might say that. From what I'm not very far, so I can't say too much, but essentially HB has joined the community and let us know that he's neurodivergent with ADHD and precognitive dreams and discernment. Am I right, HB? Let me know if I got that wrong. But experiences, precognition, experiences a lot of dream interpretation. Where I'm at in the book, again, it's early, and so far you've been talking about your early years of all of your experiences with precognition and things happening, and when you've been vocal about it, getting shut down by friends, family, loved ones, co-workers, anybody that you would mention it to kind of made you feel like you shouldn't be experiencing these things, and you definitely shouldn't be talking about them. And that is where I'm at so far. And yeah, Carmine, you might not know who Dr. Diane Hennessy-Powell is, because I think you've just joined this little community from the lives, but that longer form content that I create that I mentioned yesterday, Diane Powell is all over that content in terms of me talking about her work and her studies. So if you go and check that out, you will soon know everything we're talking about. I'm hoping to get the next one out definitely next week, but if I can get it out earlier, I'm going to try to. Wouldn't be this week. Wow, wouldn't be this week, but it would be like early next week, maybe. this stuff, especially as like a journalism student, the telepathy tapes is so fascinating, and something I'm going to talk about in my next episode is they have a sub-series called the Talk Tracks that they're putting out, and episode 8 of the Talk Tracks, not the telepathy tapes. Oh my gosh, where am I going with this? There was a reason I was bringing that up. Yes, but what was I going to say? There's something about the Talk Tracks, something about episode 8. That's the one that talks about spelling controversies. And it talks about Kyle the musician. Oh, that's what I was saying. Carmine. Journalism. Episode 8 of the Talk Tracks, there is a engineer of some sort, who does a lot of investigative journalism into the podcast. Kind of like what I'm doing, but much more journalistic and scientific, like follow-up and research. But she's an engineer, and in the podcast, Kai Dickens, the host, kept talking about how she was hoping and expecting that journalists would do the work that this engineer did. That journalists would really look into these things, double check sources, go deeper, and they just like haven't been doing it. So maybe with a journalistic mind, it might be something you're interested in. And yes, the Talk Tracks 9, I'm not updated yet. I have to slow my roll on those in between my deep dives because I get information overload and I mix everything in when I'm writing my scripts. Check it out. There is nothing more fun than introducing people to the telepathy tapes that haven't heard of it. It's gotten so popular now in the best. I'm so grateful. This is like one of those things where I'm like, you want everyone to know it. You don't want to be a gatekeeper. You don't want to be a secret keeper. You want everyone talking about this so that change can happen. And it's blown up so much that I am always surprised when I come across someone that hasn't heard of it yet, and I can just like geek out at them for 20 minutes about why they need to listen to this podcast. And I just did it last weekend. Or no, it wasn't last weekend, it was Monday. I just did it on Monday. I ran into somebody that I knew that hadn't heard of it, did not shut up. And I have an event tomorrow night, and I guarantee I will run into somebody at this party and start talking about the telepathy tapes. It ignited something in me that has literally changed my life. And so I'm really excited for people to discover it for the first time. So please do, and please make sure you come back and let me know what you think, and come in the chat whenever that happens, because I love nothing more than getting that like text message from a friend or a message from someone online that's like, oh my God, you were right, this is incredible. And the only people that I've not had react like that are, swear to God, are the materialists. And every one of my materialist friends, like, I don't know what happened, but the interest just doesn't spark. Like, I've got 2 materialist friends that I got to listen to it, and neither of them finished it, and both of them were like, huh, that's interesting, weird, and like, that's it, there's no, that's all that happened in your brain was, huh, and then you move on, and it's like, because they're materialists, their brains are just like, no, not gonna compute, not gonna acknowledge it. But outside of that, everyone I've talked to has just been mind blown. Oh, dude. Yes, HB. I was a winner until I wasn't. So I did beauty pageants growing up from before I could ever remember, probably 2 years old, until I think 15. And I won top 3 always. And I'm not saying that in a bragging way, I'm saying that in just like a factual way. Every pageant I competed in, I won or at least placed in like the top 3 or 4. Until one year when I was like 14, I didn't place in a competition. I didn't get in the top 5 even. And I was so mad I quit. And I was such a shit that like I couldn't lose one time. I just remember telling my dad, I was like, if I'm not gonna win, I don't wanna do it. He was like, okay. And so I stopped doing it, and then like 6 months later I was like, oh my god, I hated that. Why was I doing that? So that's my pageant story. I killed it until one time I did it, and then I threw in the towel. But I have no regrets on that because I'm not a pageant girl. It's good. I don't need to be in that world. But yeah, that's my pageant story. I have newspaper clippings. I have all sorts of shit. My dad actually says it's why there are little sundowns in my hometown, because when I was a kid, I was in the newspaper all the time for these stupid pageants. I mean, I don't know what's impressive. I was like 10. I'm not running the show. My parents were doing my hair and makeup and pushed me on stage. But I just think it's funny that I lost one time and quit forever. I'm not like that anymore, but man, in retrospect, that was hilarious. Also, very interesting parenting choice of my father to say that that was okay, as opposed to like reinforcing that it's okay to lose and like to keep trying and improving, and that like you don't always win. Instead, my dad was like, yeah, it's cool, you can go. He has some good questions. That's hilarious. I never thought I'd be on the internet talking about my pageant days. I mean, I never thought I'd be on the internet talking about telepathy, but here we are. I had a question for the chat and it's escaping me right now. It had to do with like ESP and telepathy and all of that. I don't remember why. Also, I know I've been dreaming, but I don't remember any of them. HB, you fucking with me? Rexes? I haven't thought of Rexes in 15 years, 10 years. Anyone else watching this right now has no idea what I'm talking about, but HB is talking about a tiny, shitty little hole in the wall bar in my hometown that I do not live in anymore and have not lived in over nearly 20 years. But like, fuck. You might have met me at Rex's. Good. It worked. What a mind blown. Incredible Rexes. That's funny. Anyway. what about the chat? There's not a lot of you here, but I want to know if anybody's had any experiences with telepathy or ESP, precognition, similar to HB. I don't know. Tell me your weird stories. I have had so many weird things happen. I haven't had anything too recent, actually. My girlfriend told a really incredible story, though. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not even gonna try to do it justice, but the essence of it is that she was thinking about a great-grandmother who had passed away. She's passed away a long time ago, but she was an avid cigarette smoker. And for whatever reason, my girlfriend was thinking about this woman, and she was talking to her sister about it, and they were even texting about it. And she said they got done talking, and she was like in her apartment, which her great-grandmother's never been in. No one, she's lived there forever, whatever. She walked into another room right after texting her sister about her great-grandmother and said she got just smacked in the face by an overwhelming smell of cigarette smoke. And I have chills just telling this story, and it's not even my story. But essentially, she just said that she's like, I've never smelled cigarette smoke before in our building, in our condo. We're not smokers. There's no cigarettes anywhere around. I wasn't anywhere near windows. Windows weren't open. Like, she was just going through all of the gambit. She was like, I was literally just talking to my sister about her. And she turned around and then got hit with this scent, and she just knew that it's still a biker bar, HB. Just knew that it was her grandmother. And this same girlfriend of mine, I'll call her M, she has these things happen all the time. So she will have very specific dreams about, she'll have like really weird dreams, and then she'll wake up kind of like your precognition, HB, but for instance, she had a dream about someone in her family and looking at a photo with a blue dress, and then she woke up to a text message from her mom of a photo of like an old family photo being like, oh, by the way, it would have been your aunt's birthday, and she didn't even know it, but in the photo, like, the woman's wearing the same blue dress, and it was a photo, and that's what she had dreamt about the night before. So she has really cool things like that. That's funny, HB. Alright, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna get some more coffee real quick. Enjoy the birds. I gotta finish writing. I got stuff to do. It's a great film, I'd do it. Sorry. Hi, Gloria. Oh, I love that. I love your regular smart. Oh, can you see this? Can you see if I can point to it right here? Can you see this little spot on the ground? I have iridescent pinwheels around my plants to protect them from the birds, and you can kind of see them up here. They make all of these little rainbow lights all over the place. So if you see flashing, that's all it is. Okay, back to work. Bye, HB. Enjoy your day. Caesar! Good morning. Haven't seen you in a while. Excuse me. Caesar. My schedule's not been consistent, and it's tricky because I know that that would be great for anybody that does want to join. If you guys would know consistently when I'm on. The problem is that partially when I'm weather dependent, I'm sitting out here. So obviously, if it's raining or too cold, I can't be out here. But then it's also schedule dependent. If it's a normal morning and the weather's fine, I can get out here, and I can usually get out here in this like 2-hour window. But if I have an errand to run, if I take the dog to the park, if I do anything else, all of a sudden everything has to shift, and I haven't figured out how to be able to prioritize this schedule yet. Same with my afternoon focus sessions. I want to do more of those, but I feel like I should create some sort of consistency for scheduling and for people to know when I'm here, and I just haven't been able to figure that schedule out yet, so I apologize. But usually I'm in this window between 30 minutes from now and an hour and a half before now, so about a 2-hour window that I try to get on within in the mornings, weather and schedule permitting, until I can like really narrow it down. And I also want to start pre-scheduling and premiering them ahead of time as much as I can, so that people know that they're coming with as much notice as possible. But I'm just not there yet. But I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm glad you're here today. Excuse me. Okay. Where was I? watched 2 of the 3 Matthew Brown interviews. That's why. Wasn't that you that said that yesterday about the whistleblower? Or was it someone else? I thought it was you. Regardless, if it was you, I've watched 2 of the 3 Immaculate Constellation videos. We'll watch the 3rd one later today if we have time. But I was mentioning that earlier. I just finished my writing though. Excuse me. And I need to go work. I have a meeting this afternoon I'm gonna go prepare for, and yeah, work. I don't want to get up. Oh wow. Andy, you'll have to let me know if that was you. Sorry, I'm jumping off. But I am curious if it was you. Oh, okay, so you've seen one of them. I thought it was you that mentioned it. I liked the second one better than the first one. I'm real interested to watch the 3rd one. And I also see what you were saying about Corbell talking too much and needing to let Nap speak. Again, if that was you, I can't remember. But, alright friends, I gotta go. I should be back tomorrow. That's the plan. I don't know why that would change. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.